Hey everyone, this is Brian from Co-op Critics, and I am here today to do a quick look of q-bert Rebooted for the PlayStation 4. This game just came out for PS4, PS3, and Vita, and it's actually a cross-buy, regularly priced at $10, but I got it on sale for, I want to say, about $6 in the current PlayStation sale. But in any case, it includes both the original q-bert Classic, which is what you're seeing here now, and it includes the rebooted version of q-bert. So, released in 1982, it was ported to all of the home consoles. I grew up playing this game in the arcades and also had a copy of it for my Atari 2600. So I have very fond memories of it. It's actually a pretty difficult game, even though the premise is simple. q-bert is this furry orange character whose job is to jump on the blocks of these pyramids and turn them all to a different color. You can see the color in the left-hand corner of your screen. It's supposed to be yellow here, and as he jumps on a block, it turns color. Now he's got to deal with a bunch of enemies that try to stop him from doing this. First you have the falling red balls, which really don't do much of anything other than sort of get in your way. But that purple guy there, his name is Coily. He starts off as a purple blob that sort of goes down to the bottom of the screen and then turns into a snake and follows you all around the level. The only way to really get rid of Coily is to jump on one of those spinning discs that takes you up to the top of the level, and he will jump off the side if you time it correctly. So you want to see, like you're going to see me do right now, you see him jump off the side there. That's really how you want to deal with Coily. Now there's other enemies that are going to show up in the next couple of levels, but you start off having to deal with the red blobs and Coily here. And if they touch you, you're dead. And so it's very easy to die in this game, and it's super easy to fall off the edge of the level. And my biggest gripe in playing q-bert so far on the PS4 is that the controls are not super responsive, and it's very easy for you to jump off the edge of a level. So you have to be pretty deliberate in the way that you're navigating the map, and it takes some time to get used to. I died countless times before I actually started recording this, and as you saw, my first couple of turns were pretty quick deaths. So you're seeing Ugg and Wrong Way now, these two purple guys, and they jump sideways across the level, which really starts to mess with you when you're dealing with Coily, who's jumping all over the place as well. And as you see, I die here, and that's the end of my q-bert Classic game. And we're going to switch over to the rebooted version now, and you'll see that the graphics have been updated. And the gameplay is largely the same, but the map is hexagonal now. You see you're dealing with hexagons instead of cubes. And it's very much like a lot of the mobile games that you're familiar with, like Angry Birds and Cut the Rope. There are multiple objectives per level, but you basically beat 3 maps per level and then move on to the next one. And so they start off very easy in this particular version of the game. And you'll see I'm just going to sort of go through, and I don't even think there's any enemies on this first map here. But same thing, and again, you're noticing that I'm moving slowly because it is very easy to fall off the side of the map here. So if there's one kind of thing that bums me out a little bit, it's the controls not being as great as I would like them to be. However, what I found is that if you sort of flick the analog stick one move at a time, it's easier to stay on the level than if you're just sort of keeping your thumb on the stick the entire time and just kind of navigating around. It's very easy to have your momentum carry you off the side of the map. Now you saw there I just collected a gem. In the rebooted version of q-bert, there is sort of this economy where you can collect gems to unlock different skins for q-bert, different versions of q-bert that are kind of silly, and you'll see them towards the end of this quick look. You'll see the characters that you can unlock. So you go through the rounds. You try to meet the goals. You can go back and replay levels like you can in a lot of the mobile games, and you want to collect gems to unlock these characters. And so you'll see that I think this is where we might see Coily show up on this particular map, but they start dropping in a few more enemies here now that you get the hang of things. And then, oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the red guys for now. I'll clear this map, and then I think you'll see Coily on the next one. So there are some new enemies that get introduced later in this rebooted version, but like I said, gameplay pretty much the same, and a lot of the enemies, well, all of the enemies from the original q-bert make it over here. And so this version of the game, the rebooted version, is actually much more accessible to like younger players or casual players because of the way that they sort of ease you in. If you try to play the classic one right off the bat, it'll be quick deaths and probably losing interest in the game very quickly. But here, I'm making my way through the second set of levels, And the tutorial is literally just picture. So they're just giving you a picture of what they want you to do. But you see here, you've got the spinning discs have returned, and that means that we'll be seeing Coily. And I believe that I get him to jump off the edge of the map here, and that's really how you want to deal with him. The problem with q-bert as you go along is that the levels get really busy with enemies as you go on. Coily here is a lot slower in this early part of the game than he is in the q-bert Classic, where he's a real pain in the rear end. So now the graphics, I mean, they definitely look to me like a lot of the mobile games that you see, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this game, I believe, was originally supposed to be a mobile game first. So it was supposed to come out for Android and iOS a while back. It ended up coming out for PC first, and then it's going to make its way over to Android and iOS, I think, pretty soon. So it's on the PS4, PS3, and Vita now, PC first, and then it's going to go to mobile next. But as you can see, I mean, it was primarily developed as a mobile game, and it looks like primarily developed for like touchscreen controls. Now, I cannot possibly imagine using touchscreen controls for this game because it requires accuracy, especially not to fall off the side of the map. So touchscreen controls, I'm going to guess, are going to be a nightmare with that. I much prefer the analog, and I wish that these controls were a little bit more responsive. But, I mean, overall, you get the hang of it. As you can see here, I get both of these coilies to jump off the side of the map, which is really what you want to do, and not necessarily so much in this game because it looks like the gems are the main economy, but definitely with the classic game, if you're playing for leaderboard scores, you want to try and get those enemies to jump off the side of the map. So you'll see here, this is a bonus stage where I am collecting gems, and I will use those gems to unlock characters when I have enough of them. But the cheapest character is like 75 gems, so they want you to keep replaying this game, and I probably will keep replaying it because I've had a lot of fun with it so far. So q-bert Rebooted, worth picking up if you're a q-bert fan, or if you can get it on sale. $10 for the regular version. It's really up to you, but I've had fun with it so far. So that's it for the quick look, and check out coopcritics.com for more videos and games discussion. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon.